massive dudes that you knew for poking holes in all these fables. Yeah. See, we're just some atheists that got questions like, why does God kill babies with cancer? Hopefully, you can bring some answers. We'll sit back and take notes. Go ahead. Welcome to the Atheist Roundtable. Welcome to the Atheist Roundtable. Okay. Turn it up, turn it up.
Good evening. Welcome to the Atheist Roundtable, TART live call-in show. And it's Oz way back behind the curtain. We have one of our newest additions to the team, Wu. So it's official. We have become Wu-Tang.
Hello, everyone.
Don't tell it to too many people. I don't want Nate or I to get sued. So let's keep that here.
No, my name's only Wu, but I'm on Tang.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Wu on Tang.
Right, yeah. So tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. So we have Wu, part of Tang. We have Biddy. How you doing, Biddy?
I'm good.
And then the man, the myth, and the legend, Shane the Skeptic with us. What's up, homie?
Not too much. How are you guys doing?
Chilling. And then I hope I can say this live, but congrats to Wu, or also known as Nate. Closed your first real estate deal today. Is that right?
Offer accepted. So one house, one offer, one acceptance in this market. I think that's like batting 1,000 or something.
Great job, buddy. Great job.
I think so.
Congratulations. Yes, and as Yes Ma'am just said in the chat, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Mm-hmm. Wu-Tang Association is nothing to be trifled with, indeed. I concur.
Word, dog. Word.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we just have a couple things to announce here, and then we'll open up the phone lines. And let me make sure I move my pretzels and have my phone over here so I can actually see it. How about that?
Thanks, Secularity. I appreciate it.
Woo Nate.
Oh, Aunt Kathy, you're so sweet.
And before we do the announcements, let's go ahead and say what's up to everybody so that we don't forget. So, Aunt Kathy, Aunt Jer in the house, Secular Rarity. We got Josh. Josh has already been dropping funny bombs in here even before we started. Yes, ma'am is here with us. Good to see you. Let's see, Kyle Brewer, what up? Pete, make him say, asexual atheist. Let's see, and then Pavel D. Oh, there's one. Where's he at? There it is. And then my homie, Bar. Hope you're feeling better, homie. Good to see you here. Glad you're hanging out with us. We'll have to get you back on soon. That's faux shizzle dizzle. Right, Woo?
Oh.
That's my dog.
That's my dog.
We're starting this show off with a bang, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I do all show anyway.
You imagine somebody.
Hey, we have a call just for Nate.
You imagine somebody just clicking onto the feed. It comes on the time. Nate and I are just going.
That's great.
What the hell happened to Tang?
They drank a little too much of the Tang.
It was a bang. But
Oh, God.
All right, so we'll go in order here, and then I'll mute myself and get ready for calls. And
thank you, normalizing atheism. You're so sweet.
Nate is a
hoot, a hootie. Oh, hottie. Oh, that's not true. That's a hoot.
at the hoot. Good to see you, Pasta Mike, the Pasta Man. But yeah, let me go through these three real quick, and I'll let you guys get to it. So we'll start with this one on the 19th. I was about to say 16th. On the 19th of June, so this month at 6 p.m. here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. If you're in the Midwest area and you want to make a little drive, We'll be meeting up at 6 p.m. And this one is just a meet up, hang out, have some drinks, play some pool. I think they have like that virtual golf game. They have a patio that oversees the AAA baseball team here in Fort Wayne. So if you enjoy baseball, just like being outside, it's a cool patio. Probably where you'll find me. So if you want to do that, and if you have questions or whatever, you can email me, austin@tart.live, if you want to be there for that. And then we got, not that, sorry. And then the big announcement as far as events, August 28th and 29th, again here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We're having our first, it's going to be a 2-day event. We will have live speakers. We're going to have 2 debates, some other fun stuff planned for that event. Put that in your calendars. You're not going to miss it. Probably my goal is the next 48 hours to have ticket prices and fundraising and all that stuff out to everybody within the next 2 days. So keep your eye out. If it takes us 3 days, give us a little wiggle room because we're late on everything. And sorry that you're getting blocked out there, Shane. I saw him waving at me.
It's all good. I'm not trolling behind the thing or anything like that.
We're almost done with the graphics, I promise. And then I can confirm now publicly, and I actually want to see your guys' faces for this part. I'll pull this down. Bunch of smart asses here at TANG. Bunch of smart asses. So we do have confirmed Mr. Anthony Magnabosco, Dr. Josh, Dave Warnock, and then we have Cynthia McDonald confirmed, and Mike Carey is just locking everything down with everything at home, and as long as everything works there, he'll be with us as well. So I'm pumped. Those are some great guests, and there's a few more we're waiting on details from to see if they can make it. But and how dare me? He may be speaking, but definitely debating. The one and only the Jumpster, and will be there. But I told him the chair has to come too. So if we have to pay a little extra, the chair does have to be there. But no, I'm kidding. The chair doesn't have to be there. But last but not least, before I shut up and let you guys get into it, we do want to give a big welcome and make sure everybody in the chat, you give a big old what they say in church, a round of applause and a warm welcome to the next member, or the newest member of TANG, and that's my pit bull puppy. No, I'm kidding. The next,
where's this thing at?
The newest edition, in all seriousness, and I'm excited. Him and I've been talking quite a bit, really over the last 2 months, and really got to know Shane the Skeptic really well. But excited to have him part of the team. So congratulations, man! Before we get into the show, anything you want to say?
Yeah, just as an official member of the Atheist Network group, I'd like to make my first announcement. Nate's fired.
Awesome.
Just wanted to do that first. Now let's get this show on the road, you guys.
Perfect.
Yep. All right. I think, and there was something wrong with this show. There was 2 things wrong with it. One was that I wasn't on it, and the other was that Nate was. And I figured that out. I was like, yeah, just
Wait, so I'm going, right?
No, you're Woo, right? Was that Woo?
Wait.
Woo's fine.
Woo's
Woo can
good?
be here. Yeah,
Okay.
no, Woo's fine.
Sorry.
It's just that
Woo
that
was a
Nate,
little tanner than Nate.
yeah,
Yeah.
Woo is tanner than Nate. But Nate, I'm done with him.
You've now upset my dog. Thanks.
Mm.
So,
Well, is your
okay.
dog a member like Oz's new dog is? Because
Oh, what are you trying to say? My dog's not good enough? Okay.
well, no, that's what I was asking. Is it good
Oh,
enough?
it's okay, Onyx. It's okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna take that as a
Shane's
no.
not really this mean. It's okay.
All right. You
Welcome.
get some love there in the chat, Shane. So
Awesome. Thanks everyone for the support, for all of the nice messages in the chat. Seeing that. You guys
Sure.
are
Yep.
dope.
and you can be looking forward to more and more of Shane and less of me. So I'm gonna shut up And the phone number to call is 260-225-3868. If you have a claim, call and state your claim. But you better have some evidence. Go ahead, guys.
Oh, am I calling into the show?
Just talk
We just
amongst
need to
yourself.
entertain.
You know what? Aunt Jer requested a celebratory globe spin. Can't ever pass up an opportunity to spin the globe. Any excuse.
Where will it stop? Nobody knows.
Right
you
there.
got a little bit of South America, most of South America
South
on your
America.
side. So
Shout out to South America and Brazil.
Yeah.
It looks like.
yeah.
Nice.
260-225-3868. Call in now.
We love our Brazilian friends. They're awesome.
I don't
So
know much
secular
about South
rarity.
America.
Nate, make a claim and defend it. Oh boy. I don't even know. I don't even know what I believe in anymore.
Okay, how do you know that you don't know what you believe?
Oh yeah. I believe that I
What
don't know.
What are some things that we could expect to see or look for if it was the case that you knew what you believed? What would be indicative of that?
Maybe like confidence in my speech regarding a certain topic.
Okay, so
Probably
what you're
would be-
saying is that if you were confident in your beliefs, that would be a sufficient reason to think that your beliefs were true?
Well, I guess I just stated that I believe that I know what it would look like. So I think you figured it out. That was pretty good.
Okay.
Dang, man.
That's why they hired him.
Yeah, I'm
Here's
Just
here's
figure
my
it out.
here's my assessment.
Yep.
You don't know anything.
Oh. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
But call in and tell me on the phone line that I don't know anything. 260-225-3868. Don't let Oz just sit in the back and do nothing. Come on,
Yeah.
make him screen a call or something.
Fucking Oz looking like I'm stealing Biddy's joke today, but Oz is looking like God right now.
And we'll take a moment to pause for a brief advertisement. If you haven't yet, go to Amazon. The Atheist Handbook to the Old Testament by Dr. Josh Bowen. And if you'll notice and take note, at the very bottom right-hand corner says Volume 1. And Biddy, what does that mean to us?
That means another one coming out after.
Yeah.
Anytime Shane puts a bad joke out there, I feel like Dr. Josh's book is going to pop up. So
It's a lot of advertisements for Dr.
Yep.
Josh's book.
he's going to love you.
Just
Man.
cue the ad.
Banana
What the
Man.
hell?
Do your
Come on.
best. Do your best impression of what is his name? Ray Comfort. Go, Nate.
What? Here's a banana. I don't. What?
You don't know who Ray
That's a
Comfort is?
weird. That's a weird impression.
All right, I got you.
Yep.
Biddy,
Oh,
Go for it.
what?
Biddy, have you ever told a lie?
Oh yeah. Have you ever lusted after a woman? I can't do an Australian.
Oh, yeah, I'm not even going to try to do the accent. I love his line of questioning.
Yeah, someone used it on me on Twitter, and I'm like, your Ray Comfort apologetics aren't going to work on me.
Every time
Like Ray
somebody
Comfort is an
again.
amazing apologist.
every time somebody asks me, have you ever told a lie? My response is always, are you giving me the Ray Comfort routine? And one time it was, I think my second debate, somebody asked me that and he was like, have you ever told a lie? And I said, are you giving me the Ray Comfort routine? And without hesitation, he just went, yeah. Just immediately was
No
like,
shame.
yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
Oh.
then I know the routine. Have you ever told the truth before?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
sorry. My
He's
bad.
from,
Oh.
It's
he's from the
Kiwi.
same place that No Pants Gavin is from. I forgot about
Yeah, NPG. Yeah.
I see a good question from Josh. Anyone in the chat believe the new UFO videos are proof of aliens? Call in and talk about it. Please, everyone feel free to call in and talk about aliens, because not only would I like to hear an argument for aliens that's convincing, I'm gonna lower my standard a little bit. Can anyone present an argument for aliens that isn't an argument from ignorance? It could be an argument that commits a separate fallacy, and I'll leave it alone. I just want an argument that helps us get to the conclusion that aliens have visited Earth. Not aliens existing, aliens visiting Earth, that doesn't make an argument from ignorance. It doesn't even have to be a legitimate argument that proves anything. I just want to know if we can get there without just, well, we don't know X. Oh.
The pyramids.
And we'll take a second to pause for a network break. The Atheist Handbook to the Old Testament by Dr. Joshua Bowen, Volume 1 in the very bottom right-hand corner. And Woo, what does that mean?
Volume 2 should be following.
Wow, way to fuck that up. Biddy, what does that mean? Biddy, what does that mean?
That means another one.
Yeah.
You gotta be. Oh
No, I don't gotta be anyway.
Shane was being cute.
Where
Shane
are the
is.
callers?
I'm never not doing that.
It's probably because I have a sunburn. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm-
They don't want to call me with the sunburn.
Yeah, so many new people. Woo and Shane.
So many new people to meet. You know, those of you who are considering calling but not calling, why don't you call us and tell us why you're not calling? Why have you not called already? And we could start the conversation there. What prevented you?
Yeah.
Was Nate intimidating you? I'm sorry, was Woo intimidating you?
Who?
Woo.
Who's Woo?
Who Woo? Who is Woo?
You got my dog excited. Shane.
What kind of dog do you have?
She's a black lab. She's a
Face.
wonderful girl. She's barking at Shane. Do you have people outside my house?
Maybe it's the Jehovah Witnesses, and you have them
let's
come
bring
in.
them in.
Yeah, that would be
Are you guys
amazing.
Jehovah's Witness.
You have
That
a
would
call?
actually be pretty great if one of us had Jehovah's Witnesses or Mormons or someone like that knock on the door.
You have a live caller.
That's even better.
Hey, there's a live
Hello.
caller.
How's it going?
Aunt Kathy, your favorite Aunt Kathy. I had to call you guys tonight.
Yes.
How are you, Kathy?
I know this isn't an alien story, but I have seen weird things in the sky. Does that count?
It counts as a UFO because the U stands for unidentified. So
And that's usually what aliens travel on, right? No, I'm smart.
Yes, very similar to Jesus riding back on a white horse. Yes.
Oh, well, this wasn't that big.
Okay.
I saw something in the sky that was confirmed unidentified by sheriffs and let's see, who else? Air Force. This was back a ways, several years ago.
yeah.
And it was at night, of course, that's when you see them. And it was a series of very fast moving, flashing lights that moved faster across the sky than anything ever have seen ever.
Right.
And when I got to my destination, we actually pulled over the side of the road to watch it. And how it would go from one part of the sky to another part within probably a 4 or 5 mile radius. And then I got to the destination, and the first thing that was said when we walked in the door was, "Hey, I just got a call from the sheriff's department about these weird things in the sky." And of course, the next day it was the local news that, living in farm country, anything unusual is local news. This was not too far from Davenport, Ohio. And they had the Air Force and all those people, what is this unexplained? And it continued to be unexplained. It was never.
So this is the interesting thing about these stories of UFO sightings is I'm actually not doubtful that there are things in the sky, aircraft, or maybe lights, what have you, and these things that we see in the sky, like they actually exist. There are things in the sky that we're not identifying. The interesting thing is when people logically, and I feel like it might be well over 50% of people that do this, that make the leap from we don't know what it was to it was probably aliens. Because I always look at it from this perspective of, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, tomorrow you see 2 different UFOs within the span of an hour, right? Both of these are some aircraft that look unlike any kind of plane or helicopter or any aircraft you've ever seen before. Let's grant that one of them was an alien and one of them was just a Russian aircraft that we had never heard of. How do you think you would be able to tell the difference between which aircraft was which?
Well, I probably wouldn't if I wasn't educated in it.
Right. Well, actually, no, even if you were educated, because no matter how educated you are, if it's the case that these are both aircraft which we've never seen before, all we know is we have aircraft which we've never seen before. And in my honest, humble opinion, it seems significantly more plausible that if we see some aircraft and we don't know what it is, that it's either the product of some foreign adversary or it's some sort of drone that somebody made, than the other conclusion, which would be intelligent life from some planet outside of our solar system traveling to our solar system and us only observing it in this circumstance where it was. I know that there are some questions about like, well, how did it move this fast? We don't have any examples of aircraft moving this fast. But again, if it were the case that some foreign adversary was making aircraft that was significantly more advanced than anything we were familiar with, then it would just look alien, for lack of a better term, to us. We would go, wow, that just blew my mind. And I think that it's kind of the same thing with if you had a plane and you could just go back in time, if you flew a plane 1,000 years ago, people would probably be thinking aliens or gods or something to that effect, But the reason they would conclude that is because they have this gap of their knowledge and they're trying to fill it up with not even really the most plausible explanation. I think it's a bias toward us having this conception of aliens, and we associate the word UFO with alien, but I don't see any sufficient reason to arrive at, there was something in the sky, and I'm granting there was something in the sky that was unidentified. We don't know what it was. Yeah. It's just weird to go from we don't know what it was, therefore it was probably X or Y or Z. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, I see it exactly. And if it's intelligent life from another solar system or whatever, to us, it's alien. To common Joe, it's an alien thing or being, so that's why it's easily referred to as alien, because it's foreign to us, even if it's alien from another country.
Right. It's just when we use the term alien, because you're correct, sometimes we use the term alien as like an adjective for like that's different, like that's an alien thing to do. But if we're talking about alien in the general sense of like life from some other galaxy, then I think that we are not only do we not have a sufficient reason to really make the inference that life from another planet has come over here, we're not even in a case where it's a plausible explanation, in my opinion.
You know what? I think 50 years from now, people will look back and see and hear and believe that even the stuff that we're talking about today where you're at, where I'm at, is going to be so foreign. That's not necessarily has anything to do with being alien, but that thought crossed my mind. That 50 years ago, I would have never thought I would be talking on a cell phone, and 50 years from now, it's going to be so different. And the conversation and the things that are going on in the world and what we're looking at and who knows, will there be even be a YouTube then, Don't build your career around YouTube because 10 years from now, it may not even exist. Or, of course, the things that we discussed this year are not going to be the same topic.
Well, I would say, though, that even if we get to a point, but even if YouTube goes away, there's still going to be the internet. And I think that everyone, with a YouTube channel would probably just move to another platform. So, like, for example, if today YouTube ended, like the Atheist Network Group, we would be on Facebook and wherever else.
Well, yeah, but no, I'm not saying that specifically of YouTube. I'm saying the whole idea of what we're doing today, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it's going to be so different.
It probably, but there are some things that we could probably reasonably make the inference that people will continue to do. So, like, for example, I'm predicting that 10 years from now, people will still read books. Like, is it possible that that's not going to be the case? Like, sure, that's like possible. But when you think what's significantly more likely to be the case, 10 years from now, people will still read books, or 10 years from now, people will be done reading books. They'll just be a thing of the past and everyone's watching videos instead. I think that given how many people read books and how much of a hobby reading could be for so many people, or for people like me who don't even really enjoy reading, but just like the effects of having read, people are probably going to continue to read based off of these reasons. So I think that, based off that same kind of reasoning, it's probably going to be the case that 10, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, I mean, assuming humans haven't destroyed Earth by then, we're probably still going to have podcasters, streamers, or whatever their equivalent is. Something to the effect of radio is probably always going to be around because it's something that we, as a species, are just interested in, being able to listen in.
Okay, I'm going to write that down. And 50 years from now, I'm going to look you up.
Okay, yes.
The other
having mental telepathy, or if we're still podcasting, you're fun to talk to. You are fun to talk to.
You too.
The other thing
you're left out. I'm sorry.
Well, I was going to bring up the other point with aliens that happens is the effect that Hollywood and the movie industry and science fiction as a whole has on projecting some of those thoughts into folks' minds. So if you see something happening on a regular basis somewhere else, and it builds that imagery for you, and so you see something similar in real life and you correlate it really quickly to that item. So
you mean like the movie Signs?
Well, Signs, or the Fourth Kind, or you've got War of the Worlds, all those, Independence Day, all of them.
For sure.
That birthday party scene in Signs, I jumped.
Remember what?
I was like,
I didn't hear you.
The birthday party scene in Signs, where like the kids are playing, and all of a sudden an alien walks by the window. I jumped so far out of my seat.
Hey, really quick. There's a
something.
There's a few mentions in the chat. Just really quick. We're talking about you're good. You're good. Talking about YouTube and streaming and Facebook and all that. And a couple of people brought up the fact that that no matter what, in 20, 50 years from now, they're still going to enjoy reading a good hardcover book. So I just wanted to make sure we took a time.
Nobody did say that. All right.
The Atheist Handbook to the Old Testament. Go get that on Amazon.
There will probably be at least 10 more books that he's put out by then, if not more.
Volumes or actual different books?
Yes. Well, he could make. No, we don't want to just stick to the Old Testament. Let's give him some
that piece of junk. The Old Testament.
And I mean, he could write 2, 3, 4 of those, and then broaden his horizons, and we will all be wishing we'd gotten his autograph in 2021.
You can get it probably at our event. Just saying.
I know. We need to set up a table for him. Autograph his books. Isn't that an idea?
I'll be out too.
If we only help promote,
that's already.
Well, that's what I mean. I'll work the table for him. Okay, guys, I'll let you go. Take care. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Likewise, take care.
Don't take my spot on Wednesday.
We'll do a little
Wait, what?
transition. And Biddy, we'll see you back here in a second. All right,
Fighting
good call.
time. It's fighting. Wait,
I
what?
was going to say, good call, Aunt Kathy. And now it's mano y mano, and I'm muting till the next call comes. So, as Bruce Buffer would say, it's time.
I thought he said, let's get it on. But good thing he didn't say that. So what's up, Shane?
And I think the applause wasn't for either of us talking. It was for Oz shutting up.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And me getting taken off briefly had nothing to do with my last statement. No causation there. Pure correlation.
Yep, it was just an accident, actually.
Yeah.
Whoops,
an accident. Accidents happen.
Looks like we got one of those little green guys in the chat. What do they call that, Shane?
We call that a super chat.
Oh,
we got two of them.
Asexual atheist. As an atheist, I'm saving tithe money, reallocating it to you guys. Thank you so much. Followed by Brutecast podcast.
So I'll read that out. That way you guys can answer.
Yeah. No, I see. I'm looking for his comment making that.
I have it right here.
Okay.
At Shane the Skeptic in Woo Woo.
Oh, I'm in this.
Let me turn the music off.
It looks like it's just for him.
Premise one: given the vast area of space, it is probable that another Earth exists. Premise two: if it's probable another Earth, then it's probable aliens exist. Conclusion: therefore, it's probable aliens exist.
Okay, here's my response. Eddie, you can do better than that. The second premise was literally the same thing as the conclusion. Classic textbook question begging. Get better, my friend.
Oh.
That was totally a question.
So when I saw that it was coming from Eddie, I was like, okay, we got a deductive argument. Hold on. I'm looking at probability. I'm like, all right, it's probably an abductive alien argument for the existence of aliens. And I wanted to clarify after that. I should have said specifically aliens visiting Earth. But no, fucking Eddie just made a horrible argument. And now I'm sad.
Oh, another super chat here. Wait, what?
Read my alien word problem above. Okay,
no,
well,
that's not a real super chat, so we're not going to be able to read that for you.
Well, you guys can find out where we. Let's get Biddy back.
Hi.
So aliens, eh?
Aliens.
Yeah.
Did I miss something?
I just destroyed Eddie's horrible argument.
Oh, it was so good.
But here's he responded. He said it wasn't probably in reference to my claim that it was question begging. He said it was probabilistic, and I understand that it seems like his response is saying no. It's not valid though, Eddie. It may very well have sound premises. Here's the problem with your argument: is your second premise was that aliens probably exist, and your conclusion was that aliens probably exist.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if it's abductive reasoning. It's still question begging.
Isaiah, please call in. Please call in. If you have evidence that aliens exist, please call in. Please call in.
We're just here for the truth.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Asgardia? Have you ever heard of that thing?
From Thor?
No, it's the like a space kingdom that you can sign up for it now. It's basically going to be like a nation out in space, and you have to like pass an IQ test and stuff. You've never heard of this?
Oh.
That was a good one. If the argument is abductive, is it an argument for alien abduction? one could use abductive reasoning to arrive at alien abduction. So if that's a yes, then that's a yes.
And everybody, welcome the murderous one, Murdershed Steve.
Murder.
I agree, Murdershed. That guy is a hack.
Yeah.
Murder was the case that they gave him.
Wait, is he here? Like, is he like in my house?
Oh shit! I didn't realize Biddy has a globe there too.
Yeah, in your face, Shane.
Fuck, that was my whole thing. I was
Totally
really
got
gonna
you,
make it.
man.
Just snuck it in there.
And
With
hers
glow.
looks actually more realistic. So
What was awesome?
Fuck you, Nate.
Not really.
it's woo to you, sir.
Well, you know what?
Nate
I'll
was
have you
fired.
know that my globe has a country on it called Turkmenistan, right
Yeah,
where
that's not-
Turkmenistan should be.
Yeah, that's not real.
So yours
seems
might be more
awesome.
accurate.
Biddy did this like deadly cross punch, and then Nate was like, "In your face."
Mhm. That's what I yell at boxing matches when I go. Somebody gets punched, I'm like, "Yeah, in your face, man."
Very literal.
I
They
like
got literally hit in the face. Yeah,
okay, that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
yeah.
It
He's not a
is.
globe
It is.
expert. Don't take Pete's word for it. He doesn't know that much about globes.
It's not a globe expert, yeah, but then again, who the fuck is? No, some
Betty,
She just
obviously.
offended
I
a
mean,
whole group of people.
man, she's so good at topping. Topped you so hard with that globe.
So hard.
Mhm.
And Aunt Jur states, "I want a globe of your anus."
Titan, can you get on that?
That's
Titan,
great.
where art thou?
Yeah, come on, Titan, get her one. Would it be like his face on the globe or something?
Titan could be an alien.
I think he is.
Yeah, Titan
They are.
Uranus. All right. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. There.
Oh,
that's all. That's all you
sorry.
needed to do, Eddie, was mention
sure.
Titan.
And
I
he
don't know if
said,
you saw-
he
Yeah,
said, he said, "Woo, your anus is flat."
not me. He's talking about the planet. Oz is so dirty all the time.
Yeah.
And then Donna says, "I want to see Nate's flat anus."
Excellent. So let's get to the super chat. Murdershed
Oh,
Steve,
goodness.
$5. Dr. Cack lost his ring when he gave me a prostate exam, but not the ring you're thinking about.
Speaking of ringing,
I hear a phone call.
It was a phone call ring. And Aunt Kathy said hi.
But Biddy has a black cat. Checkmate. That's true.
Wonder who's calling in. Is it another alien discussion?
I hope
it
not.
could be.
I don't have much
Well,
to
Why
add
do you
about
hope
aliens.
not?
Can you hear us, color?
Well, you know.
Hey, how's it going?
Color?
Color?
Caller?
Hello?
Caller.
Holler,
I'm
call.
lost.
So maybe they were calling to talk about the globe situation. That we have going on.
Feel
Yeah.
free, feel free to call back. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I wonder if we get an actual alien to call in to debate that they're real.
E.T. phone home.
If I was an alien, that's how I would troll people. I
Call in to
would call in,
shows on YouTube.
argue with skeptics about aliens.
How do you know that aliens are real? Well, I'm like in my
Just-
spaceship right now.
Have the
Okay.
skeptic
I
repeatedly
bet
tell
you
me,
are.
yeah, you'll never
Yeah, I
know
just
if aliens
abducted a few
exist.
people the other day. Oh, you did, huh? Yeah. Just fall off the line. But yeah, no one would believe
That
you.
would be how it would go, too.
Mhm.
Just
Well,
Well, I guess
shot
we're
my
also-
laser beam.
We're also interested in ghost stories if anyone wants to call in with one of those.
Grumpy, is that you?
I'll text him. Hold on.
You'll text a ghost?
I'll text Grumpy.
Oh, the ghost
Be like, we're
hunter.
talking
Okay.
about you.
Yeah, ghosts just use Messenger, Nate. They don't actually
Oh.
text. Yeah.
WhatsApp. The WhatsApp.
Oh, yeah. WhatsApp.
Or is that what aliens use to message?
I have some important business deals to take care of today. I just have to loan people some money, and then I'm going to get like way more for this investment thing. But I have to download a WhatsApp because for some reason you need to use a WhatsApp to do it. But I'm going to be a millionaire in like a week, you guys.
Yeah.
So
I got an email from a prince about a week ago.
Oh yeah, was it from Lagos, Nigeria?
Yep.
Hey, great company, by the way.
And he wanted me to extend my warranty on my car that I don't have.
Oh, that's my favorite one. I don't have a car. I've never owned a car.
Oh,
so whenever,
you don't even have the car.
No, when I get calls and they're like, "Hey, we'd like to call to talk about your extended warranty," and I'm just like, "Oh, okay." I've been waiting to talk about my extended warranty. I've just been awaiting this phone call desperately. Yes, I need to extend my car's warranty. And I'll talk to them.
With the warranty?
Do I get a car with it to put it on, or how does that work? And no, I like to waste scammers' time, but one of my favorite things to do if I don't want to waste a whole lot of their time and I just want to kind of fuck with them is I'll make up some name. I'll be like, "Hello, this is John Smith with the Federal Bureau of Investigation," and they hang up so quickly, like, "Oh shit!" Except,
I mean,
there is probably someone named John Smith who works with the FBI, so arguably that's identity fraud, and I just admitted to it on air. So if I get arrested during the stream, then you know what? My bad. I snitched myself out.
Biggest run on Tang ever.
If you accidentally expose yourself, are you a snitch? Like, is it snitching if you do it to yourself?
No, you're a snatch.
Snatch.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
Good one.
All right. Well, I guess I'm a snatch. That's fine.
Wait, what? What just happened there? I think I was just messing with my camera.
It's probably a ghost.
Oh, it's Grumpy.
My favorite thing about thank you for the super chat, Donna. I was gonna say my favorite thing about ghosts is how little they like to do. Like
reading the super chats. They hate reading super chats.
They hate that. Like every ghost's favorite thing to do is like knock one thing over and then be inactive for months. Because that's definitely what I would do if I was a ghost. I wouldn't be constantly pranking anyone. I would just like once every 6 months or so.
And they definitely wouldn't read super chats from Donna.
They wouldn't. I had a few people.
The Monday shows. So
I had a few people outing me in the super chat. For being a well, actually, I'm not going to say it. If we could just get rid of
anti-ghoster.
I'm sorry. No, it's nothing to do with ghosts. There were allegations. I shouldn't say outed. Outed would be if it was true. There were allegations that I'm a shape-shifting reptilian, and you know what?
Wait, people don't know that about you already?
See,
here's the allegations. They don't.
It's allegations, my friend. People are accusing me of being a shape-shifting reptilian.
Where are the callers?
260-225-3868. If you're one of the persons out there that have alleged Shane is a reptilian, call in and tell us why. But I think he admitted it though by saying he was outed.
That's why he's so adamant to disprove aliens.
Yeah,
it's pretty sketch.
There he is now. Now everyone. If you see that guy in your neighborhood, that is Shane the Skeptic.
Okay, first of all, we all looked different in high school. None of us looked the same.
Yeah, there I was.
Just because I was green and lizard-like when I was 14 doesn't mean that I have to identify with that now, Nate.
Well, I'm the alien, so I guess Betty was the ghost.
I'll take that.
Crazy, right?
I'm actually the ghost of a shape-shifting reptilian.
Oh, wait, you're the ghost of... Wait, Betty's the reptilian?
Is she dead or alive?
Yeah, I think people call me that on TikTok, like a demon person.
Gosh, you're a reptile. Uh-oh, are we outbound calling?
We're calling
now?
somebody.
Let's do it. Hello?
Are we getting set up for something?
Who is this?
Don't
get short with us, sir.
This is Eddie.
Yeah, don't get short with us.
What's up, Eddie?
Hey, Shane, come on, bro. I am so disappointed
Me too, my friend.
I-
I share your disappointment.
I'm so disappointed. Okay.
Okay.
The argument was, if the universe is as vast as it is, then it's probabilistic that there is another Earth. I was limited in the chat, so I couldn't say anything.
Right.
Life permitting planet. If
Okay. So we're still on.
probabilistic,
I just wanted to
if
say.
it's
So are we
probabilistic-
moving to premise 2 now?
yes.
Okay.
If it's probabilistic that there is another life permitting planet, then it's probabilistic that there's aliens. The conclusion is, therefore, it is probabilistic that there are aliens. It is deductive and it is valid. Now, whether it's sound
Eddie.
is, you're going to have to find a problem with one of the premises, but being a probabilistic argument, I'm not sure how.
So I might just be being a pedantic asshole right now, because I think I mostly agree with the point you're trying to make. It was the way that, at least when it was put before in the chat, the second premise was that aliens probably exist. And then the conclusion was that aliens probably exist. But okay, so what you're saying is, because I would agree with you that, because my personal stance on aliens is these two things could summarize what I think about it. The first thing I think is it is more likely that there is some life other than life on Earth than not. I also think it is more likely that no life has ever entered our solar system than has. So the argument that you're making for like the probabilistic argument for aliens is actually quite reasonable. It is reasonable to make the inference that with the amount of space out there, there could easily be life on another planet, right? Yeah, I do want to say though that it is abductive rather than deductive because of it being a probabilistic argument. Because do we have deductive arguments that use words like probably is the case?
Yes. Yes. It would be a deductive modus. It's a modus ponens. The thing is, using probability is just a more modest form.
No, but I don't.
The modus ponens.
I'm disagreeing with you because I don't think that modus ponens is something that we would apply to probabilistic arguments. When we make arguments that are probabilistic, what we're doing is making arguments from the best inference, which is the definition of abductive reasoning.
No. And abductive reasoning is accumulating cases. So you would take several arguments to get an abductive case. That's what's used in like police investigations and things. They use multiple areas of evidence and arguments to come to that conclusion. So probabilistic, the form of the argument is what is modus ponens. If it's probably P, then Q, it's probably P, or if it's probably P, then it's probably Q.
So
if probably P, then probably Q.
This is my problem with that, and I'm open to the possibility of being wrong here. But modus ponens arguments do not consist of if A, then probably B, or anything like that. If A is probably the case, then B is probably the case. What you would say is that if A, then B, probably A, therefore probably B. That's fine, but that's not modus ponens if you're saying like if A, then probably B.
Yes, the difference is with the probabilistic nature of it, it doesn't change the form. It changes the type of logic that's being used. For example, if we were going to use quantum or possibilities and impossibilities and necessarily, then we'd be doing the modal logic. But this is just the form of how it's stated. So, and when you were talking about premise 2, because I said aliens in it, I can't introduce aliens in the conclusion.
Oh yeah, no,
premise.
This is the thing, though, is I think
that'd be a fallacy of a third term.
right. No, but I think because I'm going to steel man
kind,
what it is you're saying here is, you're saying that you can't arrive at a conclusion without involving it in one of your premises. I wouldn't disagree with that, but it was assumed in a premise, not supported. So, like, I would agree that, like, for example,
two was from one. So 2 was the introduction of what follows after the first premise. So if I didn't put aliens in there, there's nowhere I could put it.
Right. No, I agree with that.
Where would you put an alien? Yeah.
No, I agree with you the argument that you seem to be making now that we agree on is that in order for aliens to be in the conclusion, they must necessarily be in the premises. I don't disagree with that.
In the premises, right.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing. If you want to conclude that a God exists, you can't arrive at the conclusion that a God exists if there isn't God in either of the premises. However, if you say something, and you and I have agreed that the moral argument for God's existence is a question-making argument. So if you say something to the effect of, if Shane's right,
I don't like the argument.
If you would have said, if Shane's globe exists, God exists, then that's premise 1. And then your second premise is Shane's globe exists, and you use that to conclude that a God existed, that would be question-making. Now, if the argument was something I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say I didn't want to hijack the show and bore everybody with the technicalities. I was just calling out when you said it wasn't valid, and then because even if it was, even if I did assume the conclusion, it'd still be valid. It'd be an informal fallacy of begging the question, which is an error in reasoning. It still would be valid. It just wouldn't be sound. But anyway, we can talk about it later.
Okay. I disagree with the assessment that it's valid because the soundness has to do with truth rather than. Okay, anyway, we'll move forward, and I'll kick your ass on a discussion about aliens some other time.
Yeah, I threw it together in like 10 seconds. So
understandable. Sometimes
abducted, but with the probabilistic nature of it, it may be something different than modus tollens. You may be right on that. So
it might be modus tollens. It sounds more like you were using, but
dispute or what?
Yeah, what? No, we can talk about it. Yeah.
When we don't have this woo individual ruining the discussion.
Wait, what? Oh, come on. Eddie's just got aliens.
Shane, this is basic logic. I mean, even Nate and Biddy knew this. Come on, man.
Even Nate and Biddy knew.
Yeah, so if I have A and B, I can say see you later to Eddie, right?
Yeah.
All right, I got it. Okay, see you later, Eddie.
Congrats. Hey, congrats, Shane. And I never did tell Biddy congrats on becoming a member. So congrats.
All right, enough with the flattery. Come on.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thanks very much, Eddie.
Oh man, Eddie's such a flatterous guy.
Right.
Fallacy, flattery.
Take it easy, my friend.
All right.
It's a really nice picture of him that was put up.
Hey, a couple of them, yeah. That one, that was at prom.
You can tell it's him by the beard.
And then that was him at his wedding.
Yeah.
What a good-looking dude. Prom.
So cute.
Wedding. You see, it's very easy. Prom. Wedding. Eddie, what a cutie. Yep, those definitely some fallacies in there.
No, in Eddie's defense, though, if you try to put an argument like in deductive form off the top of your head, it's a lot easier for you to kind of skip over and not notice if you put it in such a way that it committed a fallacy. Like you might realize like, oh shit, I should have worded that premise differently and it wouldn't have been, question begging or something like that.
Or fallacious.
Yeah. So I will grant Eddie. I actually think I agree with the point Eddie was making. I was just being a dick to him about the way that he put it forward in his argument.
Well, I'm glad that you guys agreed and then talked about it for like 12 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Like it was a debate. Like it was a debate.
But that's what I do. If you know me, I will genuinely argue with you about something we agree on for an hour just to get you to realize you don't know it. And then I'll go.
Eddie does that too. He'll agree with something, but he'll talk for an hour and then at the end be like, but I agree with you. Wait,
which is why a conversation between the two of us is the most insufferable thing anyone else can listen to.
4 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 4 days long. That's a conversation fallacy, by the way.
Conversation fallacy.
But if someone else would like to call in, 260-225-3868, call in and tell Shane he is wrong for something, and we'll get an actual debate style conversation going.
I want to see that.
Yeah. Sorry, the Shane is right. We can't use that as a show because Bryce has got that show tomorrow. The Bryce is right, so it just wouldn't work out for you.
I mean, my particular skepticism, like my philosophy that I apply to my life, that I kind of relatively came up with a few years ago, was based off the observation that I made that I think it is overwhelmingly likely that every human being is wrong about at least one thing that they think is true. And I am a human being,
or like
literally every day, literally everyone, literally every day. But I'm also a human being, so it follows from that I must necessarily be wrong about at least one thing that I think is true. So part of the goal of my inquiries of knowledge and skepticism is to figure out what it is that I'm wrong about. So when somebody proves me wrong, they do prove the point of my main philosophy and help me strengthen my skepticism and strengthen my knowledge, because now I have one more thing one less false belief. I try to.
What if you're wrong about the initial premise that you're wrong about something every day?
Well, then I'm fucked.
What if that's the premise that you're wrong about?
Yeah, no, if I'm actually right about everything, but then I'm working off of the assumption that I must necessarily be wrong about at least one thing. Then the problem is I will become right as soon as I make any other conclusion, because I will then arrive at something that I'll be wrong about.
I think my head just exploded.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
I was having that discussion not too long ago, because it was a question on Magna Bosco's thing that I filled out with Oz and Captain Dadpool. I don't know as if I have beliefs to be wrong about, because I don't have any.
That seems fallacious.
I don't think it is. I don't think I have any.
You don't believe in anything?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think
the sky is blue.
Yes.
Okay, that's a belief.
Point proven.
I mean, if you're gonna leave your house, like, are you wondering whether or not you're gonna float away, or do you like?
Okay. Define belief then. Because I have truths.
True.
No, so if anything that you know is something that you believe, like there's a certain criteria for anything that you know, and one of the necessary conditions for knowledge is belief, but belief is only one necessary condition. So you can't know something without believing it. So I don't think it's
kids and the love they have for you.
They love you? Is that a question for me, or?
Well, do you have kids, Shane?
I don't have any kids, so kids don't love me. Kids hate me.
You don't believe you have any kids.
Yeah, you don't believe you have kids, so maybe that's what you're wrong.
There we go.
They're out there.
That's a little bit better.
I don't know.
That's actually why we brought you on tonight's show, Shane. So let's switch topics. Shane,
you are the
have a couple of ladies in the back that have some things to talk to you about, and that's what
an atheist like Maury spoof would be pretty fun show.
Oz just told me that they left. They didn't want to talk. They didn't know we'd be live on air. So I think you're safe for now.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, but no, as I was going to say...
that was a weird response. Did you really think they were back there?
Plead the fifth.
Oh.
260-225-3868. If Shane might be in relation to the way we're talking about, call on in and tell us why you think that.
Okay,
but Atheist Cats has a nice belief. He says he believes. I believe there shouldn't be an F in there. I believe there shouldn't be an F in that word. Nate's late night show needs replacing. Thank you, Ken. Much appreciated. Work on trading that F for a V and an E. I believe so. Right? I believe.
I can't tell you what you
like
believe.
Biff Tannen thing, right? Or it should be like a tree of belief.
We calling more people?
We're calling someone now? Cool.
Yeah, who are we calling?
Welcome to America's hottest talk line. Guys, hot ladies are waiting to talk to you.
I think that was the wrong number.
What happened?
Oz, that's on your
Oz
free
called
time.
a personal number.
Wait, hold on though.
He didn't know.
The hot ladies were willing to talk to me.
That was a personal number from Oz's.
This is awesome.
Can you just talk to them about anything? And they just
Anything.
have to talk, like, so we could literally call them and just start talking about.
Yeah, but they would
do
get all
believe in
creepy
God?
about it.
Oh, yeah.
So, do you believe in God? Do you want me to believe in God?
If I were to pay for it, yeah, they might start putting scripts out of Song of Psalms, or Song of Psalms.
What is God wearing?
Are his wife.
Where this came from is trying to just create something that we don't usually do and have fun. I Googled for California, because they're 3 hours ahead of us. I said California Christian hotlines or prayer hotlines.
What?
And what came up?
Sound like that.
What came up is, for that one, it says praise Richmond or praiseinrichmond.com, and it's Praise 104.7 radio station. And the thing says Jesus on the main line with 24/7 hotline to pastors at 1-889-BLESS-ME. That's exactly what I dialed, and that's what you heard.
Really?
I think that was the real one then.
Well,
Interesting.
okay. I guess, generally speaking, when I have discussions about worship in respect to deities and worship in respect to sexual things, they're like different subjects. Oh, the phone's ringing.
Call from
Tobin.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
What the fuck? I heard him pressing 1. Well, I heard him press a button. I don't know that it was 1.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Tobin, we appreciate you trying to call in.
Tobin.
Here's how we take care of this.
Yeah, said
With
it
a
was.
J?
No, Tobin, the T.
Tobin.
Oh, I misheard.
Templeton. Templeton? Did he just say 2 can play this game?
Oh, there's somebody there now.
Yeah, there he is.
Hey,
Tobin,
what's up, man?
buddy?
Good evening.
How are you?
How are y'all?
Oh, not so bad. How you doing?
I'm well. I'm doing well.
Good
Cool.
stuff.
Sorry, Oz doesn't know how to screen calls very well.
Yeah.
But you tried to
Yeah,
call
what is
in,
he
and so we
doing?
called you back.
Awesome.
What'd you have
I
for
was
us?
calling because I actually make the same argument that Biddy makes, that I do not believe in anything.
Okay, so
In your face, guys.
okay,
Yeah,
can I ask
right
you,
in it.
Tobin, when you called this show, who did you think was gonna answer?
Oh, I don't know.
No, I didn't ask who you knew was gonna answer. I asked who did you think was gonna answer? Like between Ray Comfort and Oz, who was a more plausible person
I
to
think he
answer?
just hung up on you. He didn't want to talk to you about
You
that.
go? Are you there, Tobin?
Nope, he lost connection.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Well-
literally impossible to not believe anything.
Welcome to Tang, where we get hung up on a lot. At least I do. So that's like a welcome to the team.
Welcome, Tom Rabbit.
Right. I mean, if
If God exists, then I know that God exists. I don't know that God exists. Conclusion, God does not exist.
Bam, fuck you, Darth.
Where's Darth at? I didn't think he was here. So 260-225-3868. Do you believe you could call the number? I don't know. Biddy doesn't think so. She doesn't.
I think that if somebody thinks they don't have any beliefs, then they
Welcome.
are.
Your emergency Hall and Oates helpline. To
Wait,
hear
what's that?
111, please press 1. To hear it go, please press 2. To hear Manita, please press 3. To hear privatize, please press 4.
What?
So I think I was called the Hall and Oates helpline. So if you need an emergency Hall and Oates song, don't press any of those buttons though. Not trying to demonetize
Hall and
anything.
Oates. What is?
Hall and Oates, yeah.
Oh.
CALLINOATES. Hall and Oates. So if you ever have an issue where you really needed a Hall and Oates song, email Oz.
Did they sing
Austin
the Rich Girl
Arthur.
song?
Yeah, it was one of the 4.
Mm-hmm.
But don't sing it.
A good
You're gonna
song.
get us demonetized.
Oh shit! Sorry. Maybe at this point we should.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, is this Tobin?
Are y'all there? Yes.
All right, cool. So, yeah, you were explaining your, ironically, your belief that you don't believe anything?
No, there's things that I know.
Right, but how could you know something without believing it?
Okay, because I know it. There's no reason to even have the word believe. There's things I can think.
Well, no,
I
belief.
have thoughts.
So no, the belief is a necessary condition for knowledge. You cannot know something without believing it.
Wow, that is so weird because I completely disagree.
No, so here's how it works. So knowledge is a subcategory of belief. It's a specific set of like any propositions that you know are propositions that you believe that happen to be true, that you happen to be justified in, and there has to be some other necessary condition added to those three.
Why do I need those extra steps? Why do I have to believe something in order to know it?
Because that's what knowledge is. Can somebody know that the moon is made out of cheese, even though it isn't?
But if you
people
Google
can
the
use their
definition-
imagination. Yeah, like believing something is something without having prior knowledge to it. That's how I understand believing. Like
no, so that's
like
mere
knowledge
belief
of something.
You can believe something without knowing it, but you can't know something without believing it.
I have the definition pulled up. Webster.
Okay, which
the heck?
But
Merriam's
it says an
better.
acceptance that a statement is true or that something exists, or something one accepts as true or real, a firmly held opinion or conviction. Trust, faith, confidence.
See, that's what I.
Right. No, so I think you guys are equating belief with a faith type of belief. Faith is like a specific type of belief where you're like taking it on, without actual any justification.
That's a dictionary fallacy.
See, I don't have faith or belief in anything.
See,
that's like those are extra steps to me. Like,
okay, do you believe that what you're saying is true when you say you don't have beliefs?
I have a certain confidence, but
okay, that you have confidence in your belief.
Wrong about something.
Yes, you can be wrong about anything.
Yes,
not just you, Tobin. He means anyone can be. He's not directly interested.
Right? Yeah. No, I totally get what Shane's saying to me. Yes, I agree. I can be wrong about what I know.
Well, not really. If you're wrong about something, you don't actually know it. If you think you know something and then it turns out you were wrong, it becomes the case that, oh, you didn't actually know it.
You just believe
I
it.
don't think we can know anything. Like, I think, therefore
Well,
I am.
there are
That's about the
multiple
extent of the shit.
definitions of knowledge, and
true,
when
too.
people say that they don't know anything, I think it's usually the case that they're conflating belief with absolute certainty.
It's not that I don't. It's not that I'm saying that I don't know things. There are many things that I know.
But some of the things that you think you know, you're wrong about.
Some of the things that I know, I am wrong about.
No. Some things that you think you know. If you know it, you're not wrong. That's like a necessary condition for knowledge is truth as well. Truth isn't a necessary condition for belief.
If I know something, then that is something that is directly linked to truth, because it's not my opinion. Is that what you're saying to me?
I'm not saying that truth in itself makes a belief knowledge. I'm saying that two of the necessary conditions for knowledge are belief and truth. Those are two conditions that must be met for anything that you think that you know. It must be the case that you believe it, and it must be the case that it's true. I'm not saying that everything that you believe that is true is something you know. Sometimes you merely get things right by chance. Merely getting something right by chance isn't the same thing as knowing something. So if you are trying to make it at work by 8:30 and you have a 20-minute commute ahead of you, right? Every day that you've gone to work, it's only taken you 20 minutes to get to work. It's 8 o'clock, you're leaving your house. You believe that you'll make it to work on time based off of this, right? Like it's 8 o'clock.
Well, I would have prior knowledge.
It's not prior knowledge because you could be wrong. If there's an accident on your way to work, you wouldn't have known about it until you encountered it on your way to work. So your level of confidence and justification doesn't bring you to knowledge. So it would be the case that you believe that you'd make it to time on work, but you would not be able to know that you would make it to work on time until you actually clocked in and you weren't late while you were clocking in. Prior to that moment, you can't know it. You could believe it. You could be justified in your belief. Your belief could be true, but it's not knowledge.
Biddy, you're muted.
Interesting. All right. I'll go do some more learning.
Okay. I actually, Tobin, if you haven't seen, I'm going to be posting the second video to my epistemology series in the next day or two. I have one video up on it so far, talking about what necessary and sufficient conditions are. I finished the script to my second video, so that'll be done in the next day or two. I'm actually working on a series that's completely dedicated to helping people figure out what beliefs are, what knowledge is, and how we could arrive at both of the two. So I'm hoping that hopefully that could help you out.
Yeah, that does, dude. That does sound very interesting. Yeah, I'll be tuning in. Cool.
All right, awesome.
Thanks, Tobin.
Well, take care, man.
Well, actually, we called you, but good to talk to you.
Yeah.
Call me back. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
buddy.
you.
All right, guys, before we wrap, I think I finally found a legit.
Are we wrapping again? Oh, never mind.
Ooh. Where's our AO at when you need him?
Shane already knows you want that smoke.
So this was a convoluted way for Shane to show his videos. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. You caught me.
All right. This looks legit. But, you know, some of these pastors are the biggest hustling, pimping, scamming people on the planet. So we'll see. So this is a 24-hour, 7 days a week prayer line. So whoever wants to do this, Biddy, you would probably be the least suspicious.
I have to pretend to need a prayer request.
Yeah, just start with a prayer. When I ask you, we need prayer for. And I would do something that would be very simple. Like, I've really been dealing with a lot of migraines and headaches. And then you can go to, but I've been praying a lot and I don't hear God's voice. Like, is God really there? Like, you could turn that very easily into the where's God conversation.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Hyperventilating.
Just give it to me, though. Yeah, let's see what happens.
I was about to say, if not, I'll do it. I was just going to let you guys take it.
I don't believe there'd be a problem with me calling. I don't know, though.
Well, what's ironic to me,
You have to have both.
Well, George Michael.
It's ironic that someone can believe that they don't have any beliefs, and then like convey that.
Got you. I'm going to get you betting by the end of the day.
Okay.
No, you won't. Bet you $20.
Okay, so Nate, Shane, or me?
Yeah, are we calling or what?
Well, I'm waiting for you guys.
We'll call the number, bro.
I don't have access.
I don't have the confidence to pretend to need prayer.
Oz does.
I don't have to pretend.
Are you doing it, Nate?
Yeah.
Kind of bad.
Verizon's voice messaging service.
I'll leave a
To leave a
voicemail.
message, please re-enter the number of the person you are calling, followed by the pound key. If you are a subscriber to this service, press.
Wow. So, like, if I really needed Jesus,
I was going to leave a message, bro.
Hey,
They would have called me back.
you guys could call that guy that apparently has a word for me that is obsessively trying to get a hold of me.
Oh, yeah, that's mine. I forgot about that. We're calling. That's mine.
Do it. He gave me his number.
Mhm.
I just gave it to you guys.
Yeah, he gave them digits up, you know what I'm saying?
In my DMs.
Mm-hmm. He slid it in there.
God's slipping in my DMs.
Oh boy. That guy, he's so inappropriate.
I know he is.
Sliding into people's DMs late at night like that.
You know, I don't understand why people say that, like, hey, God impressed it upon me to tell you something. Why the shit is God not telling me? Wouldn't
Well,
that be more like, wow?
It was
hey,
part of God's plan
what
for
the
him
hell
to
is
send you a
this?
message on TikTok.
My favorite
Yeah.
thing is when
And
God
YouTube and
chooses people who are really bad at arguing, people who are really bad at conveying what they're talking about. Because instead of telling me, he would rather pick someone who's horrible at arguing and just talking in general to try to convince me that he exists. And it's like, okay, I would expect a God to be capable of a better argument than the ones I've been presented with so far. But it could be the case that God doesn't want me to know he exists until I'm older or something like that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You gotta be 24 to see the face of God. I would have no idea.
No, I missed it then.
Yeah, you missed it.
the
God damn it.
patriarchs didn't spend a lot of time arguing with people. They just proved it. At
But the
least in
Patreon
stories.
members have been. They've been arguing. So I don't know if there's another phone call being made or not.
Yep, I had to find the number.
I had to find a number.
I got it right here.
She's been calling.
I'm glad to now be a part of a call-in show that
I don't
actually
wanna be
makes
on it, though.
outgoing calls. That's
I
Yeah,
might
that's-
actually get triggered.
That's the new motto.
Hell yeah. Just a call show now.
Yeah, you didn't see?
Yeah, you don't call us, we will call you.
Yep,
I
got
like
it.
that.
Mm-hmm. It's going on the next thumbnail. So
I like it.
I'll put it in the private chat.
We
need music.
So everybody mute. Here we go.
I'll mute when I want to mute.
Or
I want to mute right now.
Or I'll mute you. That's okay.
Hide my face.
Mute you, man.
I'm used to it.
Please leave your message for 916.
Very profitable phone call there.
Yep.
So text it and say, call us back. Or just call back again.
Who this?
No, who this?
Hello?
Hello. Hey, I recently heard from one of my friends that you hear from God through the Spirit or with the Spirit. Is that right?
The fuck is you talking about?
Oh, I'm asking you. I was forwarded a few messages where you told one of my friends that you hear from God and you hear through the Spirit.
Who the fuck told you that?
What does it matter? I'm calling to talk to you. It doesn't matter who told me. Obviously, they gave me your number. I'm calling to talk to you if you know how to.
Is this the YouTube? Is this the YouTube guy?
The YouTube guy? Do you know understand how big YouTube is?
Yeah, you're the YouTube guy. I can know your voice. Yeah. Notice it.
Which YouTube guy?
I know who you are, bro.
Who am I, bro?
You're the atheist guy with the girl.
The atheist guy with the girl. Okay, so you've now landed on 30, 40 YouTube channels?
That's cool.
Okay, so my question still stands. Do you talk to God? Do you hear the Spirit?
No. I don't. We don't talk to God, man.
Okay, so why in certain messages were you telling a certain person that you hear from God, like the message? If you want me to,
because you are too.
Huh?
Yeah, you are too.
What do you mean?
It's called the Holy Spirit.
Okay,
it's
so
in every one of us.
I just asked that and you said no.
Listen, I didn't say I talk to him. You can't physically talk to him. How are you going to talk to him in the physical form?
Well, it says right here that he's speaking through me, through the Spirit.
To the Holy Spirit.
Okay, so what the fuck does that mean?
Bruh, get off my phone, bro. You sound stupid as fuck. Bruh, for real, get off my phone.
Well, no, I'm just asking questions. Like I have the messages right in front of me, and that's how you talk to me. That's the only reason I even said that, because that's how you talk to me.
Yeah, because that's how you talk. I'm a Messianic too.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. But what I want to know is how we can know for sure that a spirit is speaking through you.
The same way it does to you.
I don't believe in spirits, so no spirit is speaking through me.
So why the fuck are you calling me?
Because I want to know how you have spirits talking through you.
Bruh, what you're trying to do is you're trying to manipulate my words.
No, I'm looking at it right now. It says,
make me look like a certain way.
No.
With your little followers on YouTube.
No. Look.
Okay.
Your message right here in front of me.
Doing.
No, your message right here in front of me says, and he's.
It wasn't for you though. See, it wasn't for you though. That was for the woman.
Okay, but what's that matter? Like either the Holy Spirit spoke to you and through you, or it didn't. No matter who it was directed to, right?
This is hella funny. You want to hear my testimony?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, let me tell you something, man. I did pretty much all my 20s and my teenage years in prison. You know what I'm saying? I did 3 prison terms. I was a gang member. I got shot 7 times and survived it. You know what I'm saying? I've been through plenty things. I used to be a pimp. I used to be an atheist as well. You know what I'm saying? A real pimp. Not a fake pimp. I used to be an actual real pimp. You know what I'm saying? Cross country with the shit. So what I'm saying is, I've been through a lot of shit. I'm not your average believer. You know what I'm saying? I've been through shit that, you know what I'm saying? He spoke to me through my experiences in life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I appreciate you sharing that, and yeah, it sucks that you or any of us have to go through bullshit. But the reason I called was to talk about the claim of a spirit speaking to you and through you. That's literally the only reason I called, because I want to know more about that.
Well, it's the same way that, you know, the spirit speaks to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? The same exact way. If you don't believe in scriptures and if you don't have faith, then you're not going to believe anything. And it's just going to sound like, you know, you're making a mockery of it and my people.
No, not at all. What I hear when you share your story, and like I said, you know, there's a lot of that is terrible and it sucks, and I'd hate for you or anybody else that I would ever talk to have to go through those things. But that does not that has nothing to do with you're saying that a spirit.
It does, because I turned the other cheek, even though I could have did other things, you know, and went astray into darkness. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't. You know, the things that happened, the events that happened into my life, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I was chosen in a way. Things I can't really comprehend, but I've been through things, a lot of trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I went through a lot of shit, and God showed me the other way. You know, not everybody perfect. You know what I'm saying? Noah wasn't perfect. He was a drunk. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in the Bible was a drunk. You know what I'm saying? They was, you know, messed up people, but, you know, they found their way back on road to God. Through all that shit, all that darkness that they went through, all the hopelessness. You know what I'm saying? All the hopelessness, because that's basically what it is. You have no hope. There is no hope. When you die, it's just black darkness, nothing. But you're wrong, and all you got to do is just, you know, have faith. You're a special person. You're very special. Everybody out here is special. There ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get too deep in it, but everybody's special. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a purpose out here. I mean, there's no fucking way that, you know, all these beautiful things that when you come outside your house and you see, there's no way that that's just a coincidence and you just a piece of goo and you half monkey. There's no way. You're special. We dominate everything on this planet in this firmament. So, you know. Okay. We all special, you know, we can make things happen through words, just like God did in the Bible, in Genesis, with his word. He created this whole firmament. He created you with his word. Just like you can do things and put your mind to things and, you know, and say, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this goal. I'm going to set this goal and I'm going to make it happen. And then you actually make it happen. And you can do things. You can attract things to you. That's not crystal balls or none of that. Curses, that's none of that. This is God. It's kind of, you know, it gets deep. I'm not going to get too deep on y'all, but, you know.
So my only follow-up question to that part that you shared is, are you a flat earther?
Yeah, I am. Indeed. 4 corners of the earth, it says in scripture.
Interesting.
You said nothing about a globe that NASA's fake ass, you know, said that was real. You know, you've been indoctrinated since you were a child. Every one of you. Every one of us. I used to love The Universe. I love that show. I still fucking watch it for entertainment. I love that show, The Universe. I love it. It's interesting.
Can I ask a question about a flat earth thing? Since the earth is flat, does that mean that it's daytime everywhere at the same time and nighttime everywhere at the same time? Or does that mean...
You know,
because like you'll notice if you were to have, hypothetically speaking, a globe, and on one side of that globe there was a light, on the other side of that globe it would be dark. So that would actually help explain like why sometimes it's, you know, daytime at one part of the world but nighttime in the other part of the world. But if you had like just a flat map, right, and then you laid it down and there was a light facing it, then it would all be daytime at the same time. The light would be shining on all of it at once, wouldn't it?
No, listen. The sun is very small on this. You have to look at it like you're in a snow globe almost.
I assure you the sun is not small.
We don't know what we're actually in. I don't really have a clue, but I know. See, I don't dig too deep. See, every time you talk to me, we're going to talk about scripture too. The thing is, I don't dig too, like it says in scripture, I'm not going to think like God because it's just too much.
Okay, no, definitely. If God exists,
we can understand the things that we can understand. I mean, who do you know of who do you know of who do you know of who he knows of who he knows went to space? We don't know. Nobody that we know can go to space. We cannot go to Antarctica. There's questions that have to be answered.
Wait, we can't go to Antarctica?
I used to listen. I used to be a fucking firefighter in the state of California.
Cool.
An inmate firefighter.
All right.
And I've climbed the tallest fucking mountains in California. And I'm telling you right now, this shit is flat. I've been on many planes. You know what I'm saying? You can see for yourself, man. It's flat. Now, you can go on and believe your indoctrinations, but at the same time,
I'm definitely indoctrinated.
If you don't get into that word, I mean,
right.
Come on, man. That's the book of life right there. That's the book of everything you need to know. That's the rule book. That's the playbook. Like
the book with the talking snakes and donkeys is
firmament.
The book I should look to get my information about the solar system.
There's many scriptures. It's not just that book. There's many scriptures that's been sealed away for these end times. I mean, if you think it's a lie, then why don't you if you go into prophecies and see what's going on now with this COVID shit that you believe in so much.
Yeah. Hey.
But here's the thing. So I'm actually there is something that might convince me that God speaks through you, and this is actually a lower standard of evidence than I would generally have. But here's the thing, though, is I'm thinking of a number. Can you ask God what that number is and tell me what that number is?
Listen. Let me tell you this though. There's two feelings that you can feel on earth. There's good and there's evil, right? And every other feeling that you ever feel in your life falls under those two categories, though. Good and evil. Come on, man. Can you guys look into yourselves, man?
That doesn't.
You got to get on it.
If you were to,
the owner of the channel, like he needs to lose weight a little bit, and eat some whole foods. You know what I'm saying? Work out a little bit.
Would Jesus say that? Wait, did Jesus talk about people?
Just a little bit.
Okay, so this is how Jesus conducted himself?
Will open.
So Jesus was also arrogant and rude?
I come from a Paul background, man. You know what I'm saying? Apostle Paul, man. I'm real strict.
Yeah, no, I don't know what you mean. What does it mean to come from a Paul background?
It's a lot of things, man. I done been in San Quentin Hole, man. Come on, man. That was escorting me to go to the showers, man. That was escorting me to go to the little tiny ass caves, man. Come on, man.
And that's where you found God?
Man, I've seen shit. I've seen a lot, man.
I've seen a lot too.
More than the average person.
No, nothing.
Hold on,
have you ever got shot 7 times and looked at death in his eye?
Hold on, everybody.
Have you ever got shot 7 times and looked at death in his eye, though?
So because I've looked dead straight in its eye. Thank you very much. But what I would like to ask you.
Tell me your testimony.
What I would love.
Tell me your testimony.
Hold on. I answered your question. Now you can answer mine. What does that have to do with us calling you and being respectful? You were the first one to go, dropping F-bombs and doing it. Now we went to insults, and we've been respectful. We haven't attacked you, you as a person.
I've heard plenty of F-bombs on this phone call from them. So I started dropping F-bombs when y'all started dropping F-bombs. No. You said, so what the fuck did you remember that?
Because you said it first.
Hey man, I used to be a fucking gangster, bro.
Yeah. So what?
Come on, man.
So what?
You know what I'm saying?
So what? Because you just
coming to my way.
You just told.
I wouldn't hurt none of you. But I come strict with my word.
You just told us that you're like Paul, and that you operate, or at least alluded to you operating like Paul. That's not how Paul would have operated. So I don't know. I don't know what stance you're trying to take or how you're trying to.
You must not read about Paul's word. Then.
I'm very familiar with. I'm very familiar with the New Testament, especially Paul's writings. Very familiar.
Does he seem like a pushover to you? I don't think God is a pushover either, though.
No, I don't.
He sends people to hell, right?
That character that you're referring to.
But he sends people to hell, right? I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm not Jesus Christ. I try my best to follow in his ways, though. I try my best every day. I fight the flesh and the fleshly lust that goes on in this world, and this new 2020 shit is crazy, man. I fight it every day. I get into scripture when my dick get hard.
Okay.
I don't have sex. I don't lust.
That's
I really make
the Ephesians verse about the woman lusting after.
Let me stop cursing though.
Yeah. So one thing real quick.
Forgive me.
I'm pretty sure by now you should have like plucked an eyeball out or cut a hand off or something like that at this point, according to the Bible.
Maybe stop trying to make mockeries of me, but you know what's real.
No, dude, you told us to talk about your book. I'm talking about the book. Like your book says.
Hey, man.
So real quick before we
listen, it's not just one book; it's plenty books.
Okay. So real quick before we roll,
just the verse I want him to read, but you go first, Oz.
Yeah. Before we roll out,
I love how y'all know scriptures and y'all reading it though. That's good, man. You got a little light in you.
No, it's because I grew up Catholic.
I was a Christian for 30 plus years.
Oh, yeah. Dang, you're Catholic.
But there's something about the God of the Bible commanding the Israelites to rape children in the book of Numbers, chapter 31, verses 17 and 18 specifically, where I was like, hold on a minute. You know, my sense of morality takes me to the conclusion that raping a child is wrong. So it probably isn't the case that I'm getting my morality from this deity that commands the Israelites to rape kids. And that was one of the biggest kind of eye openers for me. I was like, well,
you know who the Israelites are right now? The descendants?
Okay. Are you about to make the argument for the
say it.
Say who the Israelites are?
Yeah, at least you'll know.
The people who came from Israel. And you know what's interesting is there are a lot of different people of a lot of different ethnicities who claim that they are the offspring. If you would let me make this point, please. There are a lot of different people of a lot of different ethnicities that have this belief that they are the descendants of the ancient Israelites. And it's funny because they use that to justify this idea that they're racially superior to other people. But all these different people seem to think so. And it just is bizarre to me that God is going to make all these different kinds of people and pick one. Like, why are one people chosen and other people not?
Oh, you want to know why? Because he gave his only beloved begotten son, Jesus Christ, to forgive you for his sins. Yes,
to forgive me or to forgive the offspring of Israelites?
To forgive you, to bring you to heaven, to bring everyone, not just Israelites, everyone. Okay.
So Jesus is dead, so I'm good? We're done?
Yeah, you're good.
I got my salvation. I don't believe any of it, but Jesus died.
If you're on the way to walking his path and you're trying your hardest.
Well, wait, why do I need to walk his path? He already died. He already gave the sacrifice. The bill is paid.
You can't. Come on, man. You can't argue. You're not arguing with the word, are you? See,
no, because if
you're arguing with God, you're arguing with the Creator that created the water that you drink to survive. Think about how you're biting the hand that feeds you. Think about what you're doing.
I'm using the brain that God gave me. Didn't God give me the brain that I have that I'm using right now? Should I not use the logic that God provided me with? Should I not use my God-given logic?
That came from Adam.
Eden. So okay, so logic comes from sin.
Biting the apple.
Okay, so they bite the apple because for some reason acquiring knowledge is the worst thing anyone could have done. God did not want them to do that. But because of the fact that Adam and Eve ate the fruit, they then condemned humanity to sin. And that is why Jesus had to come. Jesus had to come because the punishment for sin was death. And mankind had now inherited the bill. We all owed the punishment of death. So Jesus comes in the form of half man and half God and decides, if I die, then as a man dying, that sacrifice pays the bill for mankind, but I'm divine, giving me the ability to restore myself and give human beings the chance to go to heaven. So the debt is paid. But if we go to a restaurant and you pay the bill, then the bill's paid. There's nothing I got to worry about. Doesn't matter if I believe that you paid the bill or not. If you paid the bill, the bill's paid.
You're trying to twist his word to justify.
No, I'm not twisting anything. I'm telling you what the Bible says.
All right, so real quick, because we gotta jump off here in a second. I would love to hear your rationale or how you ground or make sense of the ownership of human beings in the Old Testament of the Holy Bible.
How do I grasp it?
No. How do you grasp it? How can you justify it, ground it, make sense of it, line that up with
the word,
your 2021?
Through the word, through the scripture, trying to find him at all times, trying to walk in his ways. You know, listen, in Daniel, he tells you that he sealed up scriptures for the end times, for the last generation. If you look at the prophecies, they're happening right now. It's proof.
Okay, but
first of all, the reason why they want you to know that it's a globe anyway is because they're trying to hide the fact that the creator is real.
Okay, so
you will lose faith and feel like there's hopelessness. You'll be in a mush of bacteria in the vast of the universe. Right? The fake universe.
Listen.
I
don't care.
Bro.
I don't care about the globe right now. I asked a very particular question.
You need to, because that's the thing that's taking your faith away.
No, it's not. The globe is not taking my
yes,
faith
it
away.
is. Yes, it is. It's proven. Yes, it is.
I don't give two shits. I don't give two shits whether the globe is round or if it's flat. I really don't give a shit. I really don't care. But what I would like to hear is how a Christian can justify or make sense of a God of their holy book endorsing and even prescribing how humans should own slaves and treat them.
Ooh, own slaves and treat them? Who did that? Are you talking about Willie Lynch?
No, I'm talking about in your Bible in the Old Testament.
Did you read Ephesians 6:5 and tell me
bro,
what it
says? Listen, bro.
A Bible verse.
I'll
listen, but read the Bible verse.
You guys twist the word up and try to make a mockery.
No, I'm asking you to tell me what the word is, please. Tell me what it is.
No, I'm not going to do what you want me to tell you, man. I'm about to end this phone call. But listen to what I'm saying, man.
What if I want you to end the phone call?
We are in end times. You guys need to check the prophecies, man. That's what y'all need to do, man.
No,
all right? Y'all have a blessed day. In Yeshua's name, I hope y'all come to him, man.
All right. You're a better man than the God you believe in.
I'm not perfect, but you know what I'm saying? I'll try, man. I'm going to try my hardest until I die.
You gonna run?
I'll be good, though.
Gonna run?
It must have been voluntary.
That was hard to sit through without.
I just drew a fun little, let me try to get that. This is a kindergarten level drawing of the sun shining light onto if it's a globe, if it's a sphere, what you would expect is the other side of it to be dark, because that's what would happen, right? But if you had a piece of paper or a map or a flat earth, then what you would have is actually you would expect to see, and I just erased horribly, but you would expect to see light on all of it at once, because there would be no reason why some of it should be dark and some of it should be light. You know, it would all be lit up at the same time. Yeah, you guys go ahead. What's up?
Can I just say how coincidental it is that we had globes in our shots for this call?
It was great.
And I mean, predicted every goddamn thing in the private chat. I'm like, he's this, he's going to say this. And everything was wrong.
I know we have to get to a point. I want to get to a point where we have better callers, because the reality is, while I'm willing to talk to just about anyone, if you're a flat earther, I'm pretty sure it's not going to go anywhere, and I'm willing to try. Right, I could be wrong, but if you're
so far gone from
it's kind of hard for me to expect you to be reasonable at that point.
You get to make your own reality, and then you live in it, and then there's no reason.
It's just interesting that so many people who go to prison find God there, and it's just, God has this thing about revealing himself to pimps and gangsters and murderers and domestic abusers. God really likes revealing himself to them when they're in prison, in a place where everyone else is praying all the time and being religious. It's
but yet the Bible says he hates those people.
Yeah, and but
Interesting.
those are the people he's always revealing himself to.
I'll say these two things, and we'll bounce, and then you can find us in the Discords. The Discords, and this should be a fun Discord tonight. Oh boy!
Ooh. Atheist Cat said,
my Lord.
"Fuck you for that."
Awesome,
God damn
it.
I like the ad hominems that guy was throwing.
Well,
just for
my favorite thing when Christians start making insults is to ask them, okay, so that's what Jesus would do, right? So if I was talking to Jesus, this is how I would expect him to conduct himself. If I started talking to him, he would, start making fun of people's weight, criticizing appearance, making insults. That's what I would expect from Jesus. And it's funny because I almost never get an answer when I ask that question. Would Jesus do that? They don't like to answer it. Okay.
No, but Paul
This
would.
guy is a pathological liar.
Paul will do it all day. He'd call you fat in a second.
So two things. Well, one was on the I was on the tip of my tongue. I was like, should I say it? Should I not say it? Because as soon as he started rattling off everything, I was a gangster. I was a pimp. I was and I'm not diminishing it. Like he probably could have been. But as soon as he said that, I'm like, so what I'm hearing is you thought you were going to use all this Jesus speak and then get up in Biddy's DM, which Biddy now is like a sister to me. And it's like, nah, dude. Nah, bro. That's not how this shit goes down around here. And we will call you out. So that was the first thing that was on my tip of my tongue. I wanted to call him out. I was like, no, just let the conversation go. Don't even do it yet. But then Biddy had put in a side chat about slavery, and I was like, oh, great point. And then where did the rage quit happen? As soon as we brought that, he was like, oh, no.
He didn't even know it was in there. Like, how do you not? There's literally an entire several chapters devoted to how to keep slaves, how to beat them, how to take sex slaves.
I always try to grant that they at least believe their argument when they say that you're taking it out of context, because there is such thing as taking something out of context. That does exist. And I haven't actually seen atheists do it with Bible verses, which sucks because then it strengthens that argument. But what I do when I talk to people about either the child rape in Numbers 31:17, or if I'm talking about the beating the slaves in Exodus 21, or the slavery in Ephesians 6:5, they go, you're taking it out of context. I go, okay, you put it in context. You present it to me in such a way, because I've read the entire those books. So what I want to know is, in what context is it okay to rape a child? In what context is it okay to own a slave? You tell me the context in which that's okay. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'll let you read the whole book of the Bible, not even just the chapter before it. I'll let you do your best effort to put it in context. And they never do. So that makes me feel like they don't really believe their argument when they don't even make the effort to contextualize the text.
I agree. So we'll wrap it up here. So one more time, I do want to make sure that we take a it's been a while because we got caught up on that call, that we take a network break and we make sure everybody knows about this.
I would totally sleep with Dr. Josh if
The Atheist Handbook to the Old Testament by Dr. Joshua Bowen. And I love how everybody now just tries to hide behind the book. And it says volume, if you notice, bottom right-hand corner, it says volume 1. And Biddy, what does that mean?
That means it's going to be another one.
Yay.
You don't know that.
And
that's true. I believe there will be another one.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a belief. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And everybody remember put your calendars one last time before we go off here. And if you guys hide, I swear to God, I'm gonna lose my.
I'm trying to point, but my thing's the opposite. No, this. There we go.
Nate, I swear.
But I thought I was fired already. So look at that. Look at this thingy.
How do you do it so good? I get
Look at this thingy. Just go the other way with your hands. The opposite of what you think.
August 28th and 29th of 2021. we have our first in-person event in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the city of churches. The name of the event is Better. And I can
massage parlors.
I can officially confirm tonight that we have Anthony Magnabosco, T Jump, Dave Warnock, Dr. Joshua Bowen, Cynthia McDonald, and more to come. So now I'm glad we have cheerleaders.
I was a cheerleader.
I wasn't.
I didn't make the cut.
And then real quick, on the 19th here in Fort Wayne, if you're in the area, this is a regional meetup. You want to come up and do this thing. We're going to hang out, have drinks, play pool, do all that. And we're just going to have a bunch of atheist, God-hating, sin-loving, devil-worshipping people getting together, having some fun, and rock that shit out and tell the city of churches to go suck it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I might actually be able to make it for that August event. So I'm sure that
It's
now
mandatory.
a bunch of people will come. No, I definitely wouldn't be able to make the one this month, but I would be able to make that August one for sure.
Well, you better, because I already signed you up for the first debate. So
cool.
Yep.
See, these are the kind of friends you need, the friends that schedule you to do shit without asking you, so that you already have plans. Then you can't fuck up and like not make plans.
It's against the caller regarding flat Earth theory. So,
Ooh. Make sure to tune into that.
Yeah,
I don't know that I'm willing to actually. I don't think I would do a formal debate over if the Earth is round or not. Like there are topics. Like I've debated serious topics, and I can debate some like kind of fun ones. But if I'm having a debate with someone, if it's a formal debate, and you think the Earth is flat, then like I don't know that I'm wasting my time on that.
I thought that flat earthers abandoned that whole thing because they proved themselves wrong. Did they? I thought this was like over. I thought they all jumped ship.
Well, and this is something we continue in the Discord, so we can get off here.
Well, I do have one more thing I want to tell Shane. Don't worry, we won't have Gavin debating you. So
okay. Hey Nate, have you heard of something called cock earthers?
Not sure.
They believe the Earth is shaped like a dick.
Oh well, I'm a cube earther.
You're a cube earther. Okay.
Yeah. Like a mix, you know.
All right.
Okay.
I'm a pyramid earther.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We didn't want to
aliens built the Earth.
Specific thank you to one of our callers tonight, Eddie Kroonbilly. Thank you so much.
That's such a good problem.
He's such a beautiful man.
He's so sweet and innocent looking.
What about his wedding photo? That's a
and
good
look at the scarf. Look at the scarf, the way he drapes that scarf.
I actually like the outfit. So I would wear that.
His mom knitted that scarf. Don't make fun of that. His mom did that.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in Discord here shortly. Thanks for hanging out in the chat and putting up with this foolery.
How do you do
Wait, what? Yeah, what are we doing here?
Oh, we're throwing
church and steeple. Look inside. See all this.
I did it wrong.
Church and steeple. The fucking people.
Turn it up. What up? What up? Yeah. Grab your chair, put up a seat. Yeah. Welcome to the Atheist Round Table. We just the dudes that you knew for poking holes in all these fables. Yeah. See, we just some atheists that got questions like, why does God kill babies with cancer? Hopefully, you can bring some answers. We'll sit back and take notes. Go ahead. Welcome to the Atheist Round Table. Welcome to the Atheist Round Table.